Welcome to ATAPS video, how to create a router sheet. This video will cover how to create a router sheets and how to handle them for drivers for processing. The router sheet creation is happening at the exports section of the system. You can choose the day for which the router sheets should be created. For example, the 20th of November. So we see the few router sheets are created. The system collects all the points which should be visited at this day and groups them already by previously or predefined routes which should be handled at this day. There are several options how to process them, how to either print them out or send to the tablet for the processing for the driver. We will prepare two router sheets. One router sheet for printing out without the route optimization. The second one for processing the router sheet on the tablet and with the router optimization. So you can see the both ways to generate the router sheets and how this process is done. Let's choose one of the routes. For example, we take the region 1 route and let's prepare it for printing out and processing it without the route optimization. This is handled this way. We check all the points we should include in the router sheet. Click the button and assign it to the car which should process the router sheet. And that's it. We see that the region 1 is processed by Scania 2033, and we can show also the printed version which we can print out on the printer and give it to the driver to process. When the driver comes back in the evening or in the next day, he handles you the router sheet with the notes and status marked. Either there are some notes entered or some capacities which differ from the planet. You can enter this information straight away within the same form, within this form. For example, for this client there were some extra garbage collected. For this client there were some bio waste bags collected. For this client also some extra amount of garbage collected. So all the information can be entered in this way here. If the information matches the planet, you should not change anything at this form. You just click for every row the save button and all the information will go straight away to the system and will be included in the monthly billings. As soon as you see all the rows in green, this means the information is ready for billing. The next option is to process the route through the route optimization tool. Let's choose another route for this reason. This is done this way, that we check all the points we should optimize. Click the Run Optimization button. Choose the car which will go and serve and pick up the garbage to this route. Choose some options. If you're re-optimizing the route, so probably you'll need to check some other buttons that are all selected. In our case, we just select all the points which we selected in previous step and handle them to the processing of optimization. Confirm. And now on the top of the screen you can see the process of optimization. This can take some while. If the points are hundreds of them, it can take even half an hour, probably an hour. So you just need to wait some while the system optimizes the road. And now we see that all the roads are imported, all the calculations are done. We can see that the total distance for this road is 500 kilometers. The total waste will be collected 5 cubic meters, and there one car is going to do that. And the system asks to reload the page, save any unsaved information, reload the page to see what the order will be of the points which should the driver visit at this road. Let's reload the page, and we can now see that the order is set up, and we can see the column sequence is filled up. We can look on the map how the road will begin, where it will start, with which point, how it will go step by step to the next point, and this is the way we can track. We can like simulate the way the road will be processed by driver. So let's look at how the driver sees this information on the tablet. Now we see the driver's user interface, which can be run on tablet, for example. The red means because we are processing not the current day's road, we are processing road somewhere in the future. That's why it blinks, so just warns us that we are not playing with the current day's road. The first thing, we set up the current mileage of the truck, so we have a record of that. Then we can start processing the road. What we can do here, first thing, we can see on the map where the point is located, where are we, this is the place we are at the beginning of the line, and then where we should be at the first place. So we can be here, we can fill up the information also on the map. This is one of the way to do that. Probably the most easier way to do that. And so we can change the amount collected of waste here. The system asks us for additional information. So if the amount differs from the amount planned, we should take the photo of the fact of the collection, how many waste is collected on the place, and put some predefined mark. So for the record. Also we can set up additional things which we collect at the place, for example, bio capacity, bio waste of some capacity, probably some bags here, and probably it's overfilled, so some waste is near the container. So then we can move forward to the point, from point 1 to point number 2. If we have here, we can do it again here. Okay, again, we fill up the information. For this client, we see that the take a photo is mandatory. We should take a photo here, and let's move forward. Also, the same process could be done without the map. Here, we just set up everything we need and move forward. If you want to use the navigation, there are some options. We can use the Google Navigator or the Waze Navigator to navigate our car to the next point, the road. So let's move further. Again, some settings at photo. And the last one. And we are at the end of the road. We can set up how many kilometers we have passed, save this information, and the road is processed. Now we can return to the administration part of the system where we have prepared the roads. And if we reload the page, we can see that every information is green because we have processed the roads. We have moved through the road. The driver did it, and put all the information automatically in the system. So there's not necessary after processing the system here. So basically we covered two ways how to process the roads. Either it's printed out version or either it's digital version on the driver's tablet. And we looked how the optimization system works and how the data comes into the system. And as soon as all the records are green, they will be invoiced, and this we will cover how the invoices are generated in the next tutorial. ATAPS, Smart Support Keeping Environment Clean.